Many of you have asked if we bake while we're out in the RV on our trips and things, and we have started to do a few things. One of our favorite recipes are these oatmeal chocolate chip muffins, and so we've been baking those on our trip here, and they've turned out really well. I'll give you the recipe. So it's 2 cups of quick oats, a cup of brown sugar. I just put our flour in a little container and bring it with us. We need a cup and a half of flour, half cup oil. You also need a cup and a quarter of milk and 1 egg. And you'll also need 2 tablespoons cinnamon, 2 teaspoons baking powder, ½ teaspoon salt. We also add about a cup and a half of chocolate chips. You can do how much you prefer, but most important ingredient here. And then I spray the muffin tin with canola oil spray. So we mix it up and it cooks at 400 degrees for about 9 minutes. Now you will have to kind of experiment with your own oven. You know, they vary on time and also the elevation that you're at. So anyway, they turned out really well. We've done it a couple times. This is probably our best batch that we've had. The first one was a little burnt, so we had to experiment with the time, but they turned out really good and they're really delicious. For storing the rest of the leftover muffins that you don't eat, you can either bring a container or just put it in a Ziploc bag like what I'm doing here. And they do store well for a couple of days, so. All right, we've got some more for another day.
At home, this usually makes 2 batches. We have a small muffin tin with the little small ones, and then we do a big one as well. In our RV, we just brought the one and we stored it in the oven, inside the oven. So we will still do 2 pans. We'll cook one, and then we have some leftover in the bowl, and we'll do another partial pan. It almost does 2 full pans of the big ones. We have the oven preheated to 400. We'll just stick it in the tray. After about 9 minutes, we take them out of the oven and we let them sit for maybe 30 seconds to a minute just to cool a little bit. And then because we have a second batch to go in, we just we'll cut around the edge like that and bring them out onto a plate. And because we sprayed Pam in the pan, they come out really easily and clean, because if you watched our other videos, you know that I don't like a lot of cleanup. So, and this was a first try on these muffins this trip. We've done these 4 times. This is the 4th time. First time didn't work out quite so well. Second time, okay. These actually look pretty close to like they do at home, so this is good. The first time they were all glossy on top, and so we cooked them longer and they ended up burning because they look different in the RV here, just with the stove, or maybe it was elevation, I don't know what, but these actually look pretty close to home. For cleanup on this, all we have is the bowl. So we'll either let one of the kids or me, I really like this too, so if the kids are still sleeping while we're making these, it's a good deal for me because I get to lick the bowl. Anyway, if you don't like to lick the bowl, you just scrape it out as best you can, and then you can just rinse it out in the sink and wash it quickly, and it's pretty simple. Well, I got to lick the bowl, and I'm showing this just if we were dry camping. Today we're actually with hookups, so we could use as much water as we needed. But right after I got the second batch going, I'm just gonna wash this out, put a little bit of dish soap in, a little bit of hot water, clean it all out. But at the same time, I can get this cleaned out too, that we used for the milk and oil. And if I need to, I can get a paper towel as well to get down inside here good, but this little scrubber does pretty well to get down into all of the parts. And then it's just a matter of rinsing everything. And once we get the tins out on the next one, the tray, then we'll just wash each individual cup with a paper towel, but it's pretty easy because it's had the spray Pam in there and cleans up easily. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Happy travels!